Hey, I'm Antonio Graceffo, this is Martial Arts Odyssey, and today, once again, we're at Loy Talang, the Shan State Army headquarters, and we're working on practical fighting. Now, practical fighting is a very basic fighting program that's been designed specifically for military, for journalists, for aid workers, anyone who's going to be putting themselves in the line of harm, to be able to teach them to fight, to defend themselves in a very short period of time. Now, practical fighting is divided into three parts. We got striking, grappling, and weapons. Today we're only talking about striking, which is the root of all fighting. The striking program is composed of about 18 basic strikes. Today we're only going to talk about 10 or 11 of them. The idea is that you would do 20 repetitions on each arm, 20 repetitions on each leg, every day for a period of about a month. And by the end of the month, all your striking is going to be up to par, and then we gravitate to doing things like partner training, bag work, sparring, and all the more advanced techniques. And here to help me today, once again, is my good friend Sergeant Saikong of the Shan State Army. Here in Asia, when someone acts aggressively to you, the best way to react is put your hands in prayer position and act very penitent. If your hands are here, you're in a position of dominance. If your hands are on the outside, it's a lot harder to fight. It's better to have your hands on the inside. So now I've got my hands inside. I can block, I can strike, I can attack, I can do whatever I want from here. Okay, the first technique we're going to learn, I'm going to bring my hands out here. I'm going to lock up behind his head. Use my weight to pull him down. At the same time, I'm going to bring my head up. So I'm bringing my weight down, his weight down, and my head up. And that's the proper way to do a headbutt. My head against his face. Never want to hit head to head, you want to go head against face. No. You make sure to get your weight to pull the man down. That's number one. We started with the head. Now we're going to move down to the elbows. Okay, the first elbow strike comes over the head like this, and we're going to step into it. Okay, you see my right leg is moving? Okay, always when we're fighting, we're in a basic fighting stance, which means right leg back, dominant hand back, hands up to protect our face. Okay, we can do this one with the left, but to do it with the left, we need a little distance. Take a step with my right, then with the left. Just make sure you're bringing your weight down with the strike. The next elbow is going to be a side elbow. And when we do a side elbow, we can also grab the head at the same time, and we can smash. And when we smash, you want to make sure we're twisting here at the hips. This could be a knockout. If you hit on the chin, it's a knockout. Here, here, here. You can also just miss. You can graze and you can cut. So make sure you're twisting at the hips. Same on the left-hand side. Once again, we would do a step through. The next elbow is the uppercut. This could be a knockout. Here we have to close distance. Step in and up. Step in, up. You got to get very close for that one. Punches. Punches are very basic. There's only 4 basic punches in boxing. Straight left. When I throw a straight left, you'll notice my weight is shifting forward and I'm rotating my body. My shoulder is protecting my chin here so I don't get hit. And remember, your knees are always bent a little bit so you got some flexibility. That's your left. Right hand. Important thing on the right hand is that you're twisting your hips. And once again, your shoulder protects your chin. That's 2 punches. The next one, we're going to throw the hook. On the hook, it's very important. I throw a very close hook. So for me, come in very close. Twist my hip. Twist my hip. When you're punching, remember you're only hitting with these first 2 knuckles. Imagine these 2 hard knuckles here stabbing into your opponent. This is highly effective. Okay, right on the floating ribs, right here. This is the best place to throw a hook. You throw a hook here, you can also come up and get a knockout, hit on the chin. The next punch is called the uppercut. The important thing on the uppercut is that we want to drop our body low first and punch coming up. And look, I'm using all my body. I'm using my hips, I'm using my legs, I'm using everything. This can be most effective on the chin. Be really effective solar plexus. We move down to the knees. Most of this training is taken from Khmer martial art called Bokatao. I added a few other things in there, but mainly this comes from Cambodia. Cambodian Bokatao, there's about 16 or 19 elbows and about 12 or more knees, but we're just going to learn a couple today. Basic knee. The In Cambodia, we always grab the head before we knee. And look at this, if I use my elbows, I dig my elbows into his chest and leverage. And I'm pulling him into the strike, This knee comes straight in, but now we can also have a knee come in from the side. Like this, we still grab. Here again, the hip twist. And anytime we want to get good power on a knee, go up on the toes of your base leg. So look, I'm up on my toes on my left leg, twisting. And again, we're going for those floating ribs here. We can also bring it into the side of the thigh here, and that'll make the man's leg go out from under him. It's an involuntary reaction. Another knee is a cross knee. If you're holding your hand, okay, you come down with your knee comes around and down. Knee comes around and down. Okay? Here, remember, down. If that's done properly, you can really screw up somebody's leg. You want to try and hit them just above the kneecap. One of the most dangerous places to hit someone is always just above the kneecap. It's more damaging than hitting the kneecap. You tear tendons and ligaments. The next thing we're going to learn is a kick. The basic kick in fighting is the roundhouse. We're going to be striking with the shin. If you study Taekwondo or Karate, you've been taught to hit with the top of your foot. But your shin is a lot harder. And again, on the kick, always remember to twist. Now in a real fight, we don't want to kick in the head. You don't want to kick in the head because you're off balance and you can easily get hurt. So only kicking below the waist. The best place to start kicking is here, very low on the calf muscle. So you're going to make contact with your shin against his calf. Okay, and make sure to get your hip into it. Okay, the next one. Side of the knee, the absolute most dangerous kick in the world. Kick somebody in the side of the knee, they'll cripple them for life. And if you see what the sergeant is doing, he's just leaning forward a little bit, putting his kneecap in the way, and that's blocking my strike. Okay, next one. Side of the thigh. You can cause a Charlie horse and the man will fall down. Okay, when you throw a kick, you can push off for more power, but bring your hand across your face to protect. What the sergeant's doing, he's reaching out. A lot of times here in Asia, they'll reach out to measure the distance and then go into the kick. Alright, the last technique we're going to learn is the straight kick. This is not a front snap kick, this is a thrusting kick, and one of the best places to throw it is here. But what we're going to do is, we're going to kick and arch your body back, put all your weight into it, you can kick the shin. Okay, we can kick the shin, we can kick above the knee again. Okay, and we can kick the front of the thigh. Okay, we can also use this kick to kick the solar plexus, but you got to be able to get your knee higher than the target and straight in. I can't do it, I'm not flexible enough. Alright, that's the basics of practical fighting. I'm going to say thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to say thank you very much to the sergeant. And at the end of every episode, I tell you, get in the gym, do your sets, do your reps, do your road work, but please say a prayer for the people of Burma.
1, 2, 3, 4.